All right, let's do it, boys. Let's jump into the playoff predictor here. I'm excited about this, man. This is a new site that I haven't seen. I apologize for the ads. It's going to be a little bit annoying, but there's nothing I can do about it. I wanted to sign up, but there's no way to sign up, so they're just going to sell us ads the entire time. Bang! Can you guys see this? Okay.
It's pretty good.
All right. So I'm going to explain what you're seeing on the screen here. Okay. On the left side here, that's your Week 10 matchups, and you can pick teams, and it changes the playoff predictor. Okay. So you can pick the winners outright, and then playoff participants. This is how it sits right now. The Colts are the number 1 seed. The number 2 seed is the Patriots. 3 seed is the Broncos. 4 seed is the Steelers in the AFC. The 5 seed is the Bills. 6 seed is the Chargers. I just realized that. So that Chargers game, that's going to be between the 4 and the 6 seed. That's really, really cool in the AFC there Sunday night. And then you get the number 7 Jacksonville Jaguars are the number 7 seed. In the NFC, the Eagles are number 1, Buccaneers 2, Seahawks 3, the Packers are 4, Rams are 5, 49ers are 6, and the Lions are currently the 7th seed. And you can see how the North, all the divisions shake out right here. So what we can do is we can go through this whole slate of games, and we can pick each game, and you're going to see everything adjust as we go. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So let's do it. Let's start with the Las Vegas Raiders at the Denver Broncos. Who are we picking here tonight, boys? Which way would y'all like to go?
Gotta go the Bronx.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Pete Carroll on TV, though. Haven't seen him all year.
There you go. So you'll see it change in real time. Bang, we picked it. They're now 8-2 down here. So everything will change as we go. All right. So now they jump up to the 1 seed. Okay. Falcons at the Colts. That's the game over there. Ian, say it for me, Jacob. Where's that being played?
Guten Morgen in Berlin.
That's it, right? So I think if we had to pick a team here, I want the Colts to win, right? And I think they're probably going to win. Do you guys disagree with that?
Same. Nope.
Same? All right, so let's pick the Colts. So now the Colts are back to the number 1 seed. The Broncos are number 2, right? All right, moving along. The 1-8 Saints at the 5-4 Carolina Panthers. All right. But who do you think has the edge, or do you think the Panthers take care of business, or do we want to go Saints here? And we can click off of it too. We don't have to set it in stone. Like if you want to see what happens, like for instance, you see the Panthers here, right? They're sitting in second place in the South. So let's pick the Saints to win this game and see what happens. See if anything changes. They're still second place, so nothing really on the line there for the Panthers. If they win, they jump to 6-4, and they're still not in the playoffs as it sits right now. So what do y'all think about that one?
Carolina, I think.
All right.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, moving along. So we got the home teams dominating here so far. The 2-7 Giants at the 5-3 Bears. As you can see here in the North, the Bears are currently in 3rd place, 1 game ahead of the Minnesota Vikings. If the Bears win that game, right, look how quick they could jump the Lions. If the Lions lose this week and the Bears win, all of a sudden the Lions are in 3rd place in the North. Isn't that wild?
Wow.
Yeah. Now, if the Giants win, you're going to notice the Bears are going to stay there in that 3rd place spot because we haven't gotten to the Vikings game yet. But there's really a lot on the line already for a Week 10 slate of games. This is pretty wild. Jacob, what do you think about this one? Would you go Giants or Bears in this one?
My heart is telling me the Giants. My head is unfortunately saying maybe the Bears.
Bears. Too much to overcome there. Emilio, do you agree with that?
Yeah, but I'm going to just stick to my guns, and I'm going to pick Mr. Dart to go ahead and take it off for us.
All right. Well, I'm going to be the tiebreaker, so I'm going to pick the Bears. Okay, I feel like the Bears have the advantage there with Scatterbo, being out obviously for the year. I think that takes a lot of wind out of their sails. Continues to. It's on the road in Chicago as well. We know that field is absolute trash 90% of the time, so that will probably play a role as well. So again, that would improve the Bears to 6-3 on the season. Next, you got the Jaguars 5-3 at the Houston Texans at 3-5. Who we want to pick here? I'll let you go first this time, Emilio.
I think it'd be the Jags.
I agree. What about you, Jacob?
Yeah, Houston's defense is playing good as we talked about, but I just think Jacksonville's going to come out with a little more to play, and I think they get the dub.
There you go. So if the Jaguars win that game, they're going to hold on to the number 7 seed. They're 2nd place in the AFC South there. Deadfish says the Texans. Jen Wright says Jacksonville. I love it. Love it. All right, 6-2 Buffalo Bills at the 2-7 Miami Dolphins. I think we would all agree probably going to be the Bills, right?
Yep, Bills.
All right, so if we pick the Bills in this game, did it freeze up on us? Look at this. It did. No way. Oh, here we go. Oh, there it is. You got to find the sweet spot. All right, so the Bills, shut up, Jacob. The Bills now improve to 7-2. It's wild. 7-2, and they're the number 5 seed. Isn't that crazy to think about? So obviously that would put them in second place with the same record, same win-loss record as the New England Patriots as it sits right now. So next game, Baltimore Ravens at the Minnesota Vikings. It's going to get interesting. The Vikings dead last in the North as it sits right now, right? Up to this point of this simulation. If the Vikings were to win that game, they're still in dead last.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty wild to think about. So if Chicago takes care of business, the Vikings cannot jump out of last place in the North, to the best of my knowledge here. What are we thinking? Baltimore Ravens or Minnesota Vikings here, guys?
Ravens.
I gotta go Ravens. Yeah.
Ravens? All right. So let's go Ravens. So that would mean the Vikings would fall to 4 and 5. Ed Madden agrees there in the chat. All right, moving along. Let me go get this scroll down so we can get that. All right.
We got the toilet bowl.
Exactly. So we've got the Cleveland Browns at the 1-7 Jets. I don't think anybody cares who wins. I would think the Cleveland Browns have the advantage here, right?
I agree with that.
Yep.
Right, let's go with the Browns there. All right. So the Jets are the worst team in the league according to this. Well, it's them between them and the Saints up to this point, right? So probably going to be able to give them a franchise quarterback next year. New England Patriots 7-2 at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 6-2. This is tough. Emilio, what are you thinking here? You think the Patriots win that game? You think the Bucs got a better shot being at home in the rain?
I think the Patriots got a chance. I think Drake May is playing some really good football right now. I think that he does have a shot to go ahead and upset Tampa at home there.
Got it. Jacob, you agree there? Think the Patriots win that game, man?
I do. I think Drake May is just playing really, really well for how young he is. I'm going Patriots.
Yeah. Deadfish says Bucks, although I want the Patriots to win. Ed Madden says Patriots. We're going to go Patriots. It's unanimous here. All right. So the Patriots, notice the Bucks are the number 2 seed before this game. Patriots win. The Bucks fall all the way to the 4 seed. Now the Packers are the 3 seed. So that's what's on the line there. Pretty cool. Next, you got the 3-5 Arizona Cardinals traveling to the 6-2 Seattle Seahawks division game. We talked about, I think it was split 2-2 at home, 2-2 on the road. Has Arizona got a realistic shot here with Jacoby Brissett to go into the 12th man and try to upset Sam Darnold and those Seahawks boys? What do you think?
I'm just not buying that. I think that they're the battle of the birds there. I think that the Seahawks are going to come away, especially at home, with the new acquired talent they have, and JSN just playing out of his mind. I don't see the Cardinals being able to stack up.
Same.
We got joint care ads over there, not those joints, Jacob. Get your head out of the gutter, all right? So, do you agree, Emilio? You thinking Seattle here? All right, so let's see what happens. Seattle's the number 2 seed, right? Let's click on them. They jump to the number 1 seed all of a sudden,
That's
right?
crazy.
Win that game. If Arizona wins that game, Seattle falls all the way to the 7 seed. So that's a big shakeup to go. Literally, you win number 1 seed. This is before the Eagles game, of course. You lose, you're all the way down to the 7th seed. But we'll keep it set at Seattle there. So they're now the number 1 seed up to this point. 6-2 LA Rams at the 6-3 San Francisco 49ers. Who do we think is going to win that one, boys? What are we thinking here? Most likely scenario.
I'm sticking with LA.
Okay.
Same.
All right, so we're going to go with the LA Rams. So the Rams are currently the 5 seed. If they win that ball game, they're going to remain the 5 seed. If the 49ers win that ball game, all of a sudden the 49ers are the 5 seed and the Rams fall to the 7 seed. But we're going to keep it with the Rams. So the Rams are in the 5 seed and the 49ers at this point are out of the playoffs.
And that with the Rams winning, that brings in the Lions into the 7th seed.
There you go.
And the Bears. So, I mean, you're playing with fire.
So now you get the Detroit Lions 5-3 coming into Landover, Maryland to face the Washington Commanders, who are 3-6. We all said the Lions probably going to win this ball game, right? Did we agree on that with Jaden Daniels being out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope for the Commanders, but you know what? Screw it. I picked everybody else against them. Commanders are going out there and taking the dub.
You know, I like your thoughts, man. I see a little Giants, but little Commanders, and that's what we're going to do.
See, we're going Commanders here. All right, let's see what happens if we pick the Lions, okay? So the Lions are currently the 7th seed. If they win that game, they jump to the 6th seed, all right? So not a whole lot of movement there. They just jump up 1 spot. If we go Commanders, Lions are out of the playoffs all of a sudden.
I love it. Look at Carolina coming back in there. I thought they were a bad team.
We might have to tune into that game, boys. There's a lot on the line right there. I just hate that Jaden Daniels is out. It sucks that the Lions are lucking up and getting that game out. Yeah. Dead fish Lions, but I just threw up in my mouth. So.
Yeah.
All right, next you got the 5-3 Steelers on the road, the 6-3 Chargers. Steelers are the 4 seed as it sits right now. The Chargers are the 6 seed. What are we thinking, boys? What do you want to pick here?
AR-12.
AR-8.
Yes, yeah, that's right. I I want to root for Rodgers. I just think the Chargers at home are a little bit more dominating. I think I'll go with the Chargers.
I'm going to go Pittsburgh on this one because I feel like the Chargers, all those LA teams, it just seems like their home field advantage just doesn't really, whether they play good at home or not, it just seems like away crowds typically take over. So I'm going to side with Emilio on this one, Jacob. But if we pick the 6-3 Chargers, they would improve from the 6th seed. Nope, they would stay the same as the 6th seed. If Pittsburgh somehow, some way gets that win on the road, they drop to the 7th seed, and Pittsburgh is the number 4 seed. That's how that lands. All right. So going into Monday night with the way we pick these games, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think we all pick these like this is what we think's going to happen, not necessarily what we want to happen. But
I picked, except for the divisionals, I was a little aggressive, but yeah, I have faith. I have faith in the upsets for our teams.
Okay, so if all those games fall into place the way that we just laid it out, right? You go into Monday Night Football, the Eagles 6-2, the Packers 5-2-1. The Eagles are the number 2 seed behind the Seattle Seahawks. The Packers are the number 3 seed, right? Leading the North as it sits right there. Remember, we gave the Bears a win here. Y'all ain't going to like this, boys. You ready? If the Eagles win this ball game, okay, all of a sudden the Packers are the 6th seed and the Bears are leading the North.
Hey.
Think about that. That's
Jacob definitely just threw up in his mouth.
I swear. It came up. I had to swallow it down.
Now, Ed Madden says Packers going to win this game. They're good and pissed. I agree with that. I think you're going to get the best version of the Packers. They're going to be focused, pissed off. Now, they got to go out there and do it, right? But I don't even want to know, man. I was over here talking, trying
Come on, Emilio. What are you doing, man?
Get it together, Emilio. Get your head out of the gutter, dude. All right. If the Packers win, so if they lose to the 6th seed, right? If they win, all of a sudden they're the number 2 seed in the NFC. Me likey that, Jan.
Yeah.
Don't like that matchup, though, with the Panthers coming in the Lambeau with that first playoff game. That sucks. But, and again, the teams on the bye week this week are the Bengals. They're not really a team, but they're in the league. The Dallas Cowboys, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans, too. Nobody will miss them. We won't even know they're not playing this week. So that's the way that'll go. What do y'all think, man? Get your all's thoughts on it. I thought that was cool. Maybe we can do this moving forward once a week and just kind of see the slate of games and see how everything's going to fall into place. But what do y'all think?
I think it's a great exercise. Super cool. Really, really like the way that this kind of shows you the different scenarios. And yeah, I mean, like we said, it'd be nice if we could screenshot this and then check and see how we actually did. Maybe check that on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday or something like that. And that way we can kind of hold each other accountable and also see the different scenarios that could have been kind of thing.
Can you just go back and have Jackson Dart whoop the Bears real fast? I just want to
see. I know this is why I wanted to do it to me. I'm glad you said that, man. Let's take a look at it. So there's the Bears game, right? Again, with the Bears winning, that's how that falls into place. If the Giants win, the Bears go from 6-3 and second place in the North, and also the number 6 seed. They drop out of the playoffs and they're the number 3 team in the NFC North. Now, let's say that happens and the Packers lose to the Eagles. Let's see what changes there if it'll load up. Come on now, don't do this to me. You serious right now? You serious, Clark?
Serious, Clark.
I got to hit up, Y. I don't know. What do I got to do here?
Oh, yeah, you do. You just got
65%. 65%. That's what
that may be the end of the exercise, guys.
Nice. See, this is why I don't ask questions.
I mean, I think this is just this is a sign that the Packers going to beat the Eagles. What do you think?
Can't remove that. So stone.
All right, it'll let me click there. Let's see if that fixes it now. It does not. There it is, guys. Packers going to win. I wanted to see. I mean, let's think about it. Let's try to troubleshoot it here a little bit. If the Packers lose that game, they fall to what would be 5-3-1, and in the North, they would still be in the lead in the North, wouldn't they?
Yeah, if everybody else loses. That's the plan.
So basically, it would take the. Did we pick the Lions to lose?
Yeah,
we did, didn't we? Where are they at? Why okay, got it. So we picked the Commanders to win. So let's say the Lions. Well, we can't do it now. It's over. Never mind. This sucks. Everything fell apart. It absolutely
ready
fell
to
apart.
go.
But I think we got a little bit better idea of how this week kind of.
Absolutely.
It's week 10, but man, there's a lot on the line, dude.
That's exactly what it showed me, Clay, is how much movement there is just in that. I mean, just in 5-6 games, just in the 1 o'clock window, there's going to be movement in there, and then you follow up through the rest of the night. It's time, right? Football season's here in full force. We're past that halfway point, and you're closing in now.
It's just like college football right now. Holy cow, man. Every week's a playoff game for some of these teams.
Yeah.
Every week. Just like Tennessee last week. That essentially you got to have a lot go right for them to get in the college football playoff now. And I love the fact that college football is feeling more like the pros now in that regard. Jacob, you got anything else you want to add here, man? Anything in terms of what we just covered? Anything at all?
Not necessarily for that specifically, but I didn't know if you guys had already covered it, but I've seen a couple different chats coming through. Just Chris Casual saying prayers up to Marshawn Nealand. I saw a bunch of the other ones to his friends and family, and just tragedy. I'm not going to speak on any specifics because it's still early, but I mean, football is a vicious game. The CTE is an absolute real thing. Not sure if that's exactly what the case is, but it's a tragedy, an absolute tragedy. I know that was one of me and Tim's guys, kind of a smaller school, if I can remember correctly, but absolute physical freak and had the world in front of him. And sometimes, if you ever struggling with any sort of mental health, anything, like, talk to your bros, man. I don't want to speak out of turn here, but we've had this group chat with these crazy guys here at this podcast, and there's been so many times that we've leaned on each other through a lot of pretty dark times, and it helps, man. It helps.
I think that extends into the chat here too, man. Just seeing how everybody gets along in the chat and everything. Yeah. It's a really cool environment that everybody's had a part in creating, man. But yeah, that sucks. And I think it got confirmed what it was. And he was definitely dealing with, obviously, mental health issues, as many people are. It just sucks to see such a young person. I mean, he's just a kid still when you think about it, man. It's just crazy. Was he a second-round pick last year? Am I thinking right, guys? Or was that this year?
It was this year, I thought.
Was it this year, Emilio, or was it last year?
I was trying to find him. I thought it was this.
Let me see.
No, I think it was last year.
Was it last year? That's what I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah, last year. Okay.
Either way, what is he, 24 years old, 25?
Yeah,
24, I thought.
Yeah, 24.
It brought back so many memories of, like, I think his name was Sturzik, or Strezik, however you say his name. It played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Another guy that dealt with CTE in 2012. Obviously, tragically lost his life. And then, of course, you had Mike Webster, which was patient zero in the CTE stuff, who was just tormented the last few years of his life. And these guys, the young guys, don't get me wrong, the danger is just as much there as – I don't want to say just as much there, because technology has come along. You get the Guardian caps, which has got concussions way down. That's why I've got to mute people when they complain about how the Guardian caps look. I don't give a rat's ass what it looks like, man. You're talking about saving people's lives and helping people. These guys have families. They've got a mom, they got a dad, they got a brother, they got a sister. In most cases, they got kids, they got wives, and I can deal with a weird looking helmet to make sure these guys stay as safe as they possibly can. But the players like Mike Webster back in the day, and like I said, Strelzik and all these other guys, Mike Webster's one of those dudes, Hall of Fame center, paved the way, absolutely paved the way for the way the game is. He played the game the right way, playing in what they call the pit, right? When you're at the offensive line, basically what it is you may not have symptoms of a concussion, but they said every time those helmets were cracking back then, it was basically what they called a micro concussion. Mm-hmm. And that's the stuff that really sets up the protein and all that stuff that causes CTE. And it's just, it's devastating, man. This is how bad it got for Mike Webster. They said he was homeless and living in his van. And they said one of the guys that talked to him before he lost his life, that it had gotten so bad, the pain was so bad from the CTE and everything else, just the brain damage, and his whole body was just battered from playing the game as hard as he did. He had a stun gun, and he would shock himself in the leg until he went unconscious. That's the only way he could go to sleep. It'd gotten that bad. So, again, just think about that when we're watching games on Sunday and we get mad. I get mad too sometimes. Like, they're running the game when you see a big hit and they throw a flag, and it's like, man, that's what used to make the game great. It's just not worth it, man. We can adjust, right? We can all adjust. Just like we have in other things in life, right? Things are better every year, hopefully. So, yeah. There you go. Ed Madden said it best, man. Makes you remember that football is just a game. Absolutely. And these are human beings with families and everything else. So. All right, guys. Appreciate everybody. This was fun. We'll be back tomorrow, definitely 6 p.m. Central for PTA Live, if everything goes as planned on my end. I'll also be doing probably multiple live streams throughout the day. These little 15, 20-minute episodes I've been doing. I get a few minutes, something breaks loose, we get some injury information or whatever, we'll go live immediately and get that content out to you guys as quick as possible. It's pretty cool earlier, man. Just randomly went live, 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes notice, set up the stream. Had almost 350 people watching live. It was a blast sitting here talking ball. So, appreciate you was joining.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Everybody have a wonderful evening. And again, special shout out to Randy Cleavers. He reached out to me, so we're going to get that Romeo Dobbs jersey sent over to him. He was the winner of that. And thanks to everyone who donated to OperationHorsesHill.org, giving back to those veterans that have given so much to us. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Jacob, say something smart.
Guten Morgen. Guten
There we go.
Bye, guys.